But the looks shiny to me.
Alright. Are we in this bed? Alright, we are in this bed. What is going on? It is your boy Ricky Spanish, aka Ricardo Spanish, aka the Dime Dada himself, aka Johnny Buster down twice on Tuesdays, maybe once on Sunday. Wait, never mind. That's God's day. Alright. Also, the chosen few. Wait a minute. I don't know why I say that. I just like saying that. Welcome. What is going on? Hey, hold on. Hey, woo! There it is. Come on, baby. Let me hear. Come on, baby. That's what I like. All right, we live and proud. Let's go. One more time. Come on, let's give it up. Keep it going. All right. Yeah. I know I'm dirty. I'm disgusting. I'm all that. I just clocked out of the shift to clock into another one. Here we go. Listen. What episode is this? This is the Bust It Up podcast with your host, the one and only Ricky Spanish, aka Ricardo Spanish, aka Dat Boy. And this is episode either 20? 20? Is it 20? I want to say either 19 or 20. All right, I'm not too sure, but we'll figure it out post. All right, welcome. What the fuck? Welcome to the show. Listen, man, it was a beautiful day today. All right, and it was a beautiful day for quite a few reasons. I had some shit on my mind that I started thinking about, right, and it fucked me up a little bit. Fucked me up a lot of bit. Why? Because it challenged a lot of my my thinking, right? How I look at shit, how I feel about things, right? Now, if y'all aren't familiar, if y'all ever heard the book of Job, right, from the Bible, the book of Job is a cool story, right? It's a cool. It's a great depiction of unwavering faith. Right? Something that, not for nothing, we would all strive to get. Anyway, the book of Job, a lot of perseverance, a lot of tenacity. But basically, Job is this faithful servant to God who's very successful. He's doing well in life, wonderful family, wonderful servants, he's just the Dime Dada of the shit going on right there. It's a beautiful thing, right? Now, Job, his faith, all right, it pleased God. You know, it pleased him so that he would boast about him. And then one day, some instigating hater, good for nothing, not here for nobody, false angel of light. Right? He came to God one day and said, you know what? All that shit Job doing, like, he only like that because you so good to him. He's only like that because he's only so faithful because you've shown him such pleasantries. I don't know if Job would like carry it like that if it wasn't going for him the way that it was. So God, right? He said, you know what? Let's see what you're talking about. The devil was like, yo, can I have permission? Let me intervene here and there to see if he's really truly faithful. You know, I'll see if, you know, his faith is contingent upon what you provide for him. God's like, cool. And then Job goes through the ringer. He loses kids. He loses servants. He loses his crop dust. He gets these like horrible, painful boils on his skin, and the devil's just taking him through the ringer. Like his wife is talking too much or something like that, and she's not cooking, and basically Job is going through all these trials and tribulations to further exemplify his unwavering faith to God, right? By the end of it, Job, receives all that he lost back tenfold. He didn't break. He held it down. He was on the winning side throughout all the trials and tribulations, right? That's Job. Job, beautiful, right? It's a tough story, right? If you go into what he lost, right? He lost a lot, you know what I'm saying? And it's like if you really read about it, it's like moments where you're like, damn, like he could have broke. Let me turn my mic down because I'm coming off a little low. He could have broke and not had and just been like, you know what, this shit is like not cool, blah blah blah. I mean, God, his wife wanted him to curse God. Like she was like, I don't know, they was allowed to talk and stuff, have opinions back then. Like I don't know the time period or the place, but yeah. So it was so much that could have lent into him giving him and cursing him and forsaking his God, but the nigga held it down, right? It's a very powerful story about unwavering faith, but it touched me. It did. It grazed me. Because one could only hope to have the level of faith that Job has. But the story that really got me to my core, that rocked me to my core. Have y'all ever heard the story of Hosea? The story of Hosea. Are y'all familiar? It's not as I guess front forwarding poster child for certain parables. Well, at least I don't know it to be, because out of all the stories, well, that's not true. I'm not too familiar. All right, but it was one of the stories that I came across last, right? But the story of Hosea, right? Yeah. This is where, like, for me, right? The story of Job. Job had all these things happen to him, but it didn't really make me like, shit, I'll do that for God. What? No problem. No question. It's God. God will return to you everything tenfold. There's literally nothing to work. I mean, now where you find those tidbits, those pauses, those hiccups in your character, that's where I found one today. I realized, God, please, I am not worthy. I am not worthy of your love. I'm not worthy of your mercy. I'm not worthy of your grace. Forgive me. But the story of Hosea, right? God himself ordained Hosea. It's coming out. It's just tough, man. I ain't gonna lie. This shit fucked me up. God ordained Hosea to marry a whore. And, right? Because this is the kicker. Hold up. Let me just backtrack. Hold on. Let me backtrack. Because I feel like I need to know what the fuck these buttons do. Let me do that one more time. God ordained Hosea to marry a whore. And not just marry said whore. He wanted him to love her unconditionally. One more time. God ordained Hosea to marry a whore and love her unconditionally. Right? That when you think about the idea of marriage, something so sacred, something so and you think you got to share that with a lady of the night, a harlot, a Jezebel, a scamp, lady and the tramp, a lesser than. He said you have to marry her and you have to love her. As if the first part ain't, because not only do I have to marry this bitch, but I gotta love her unconditionally, as if like I treasure her for real, right? So I'm going through the story. I'm going through the story, right? And it's just for the parable of it, right? The examples of it. He just wanted her. I mean, he just wanted Hosea to marry her for the parable. Just to exemplify, right, the love that God has for us, or Israel's unfaithfulness to God, right, in the Bible. That blew my mind, right, because yo, you got something so sacred is made. Because, all right, a whore. Vinny, don't be a chooch. She's a fucking whore. She's a whore. A no good, grimy, downbeat, buck teeth, amputee, hooker lady of the night. Man, look, my girl say some shit I don't like. I get mad. I get mad conditional. She say some shit like, "What? Whoa! I'm feeling the terms and conditions oozing from my pores." She say some shit I don't like. I'm ready to silence from you. You're cut off from talking. Right? This is how I learned I was weak in the flesh. Right? Because not for nothing, I can't even fathom just that, the idea, right? Man, speaking of the Sopranos, right? The slang word for mistress is guma. Do you know what Hosea's wife's name is? Close enough. It's Gomer, right? Gomer. Guma is mistress in it's slang, Italian. And her name is Gomer. Her namesake says not a wife. Right? Yo, I couldn't, because this is how I know I'm weak, man. Because you look at it, nigga, everybody laughed at him in the village. They said, "Ha ha, you a prophet. You can't even keep your." How that work? Everybody's laughing at him, Hosea, which is fine. You're ordained by God to marry this bitch, so it's like, all right. And then after that, Gomer runs off on the plug twice. Her and Hosea ended up having 3 kids. He married her. He tried to turn a harlot damsel in distress into a wife. They had 3 kids. You know what she did? She returned back to her old ways. She went back to the night. And she went back to her lovers. And she left Hosea and their 3 kids. I could never love a whore. She showed you who she was. And it's like, all right, cool. If you're a whore, that's fine. God said I have to marry you. That's cool. But you're not even a decent person. She was shitty. She left her children for the night. And then after she ran off with her multiple different partners, her own stupidity and debauchery got her enslaved. You know what God said? God told Hosea, hey yo, you know your wife that, she been around, y'all had kids, but she's been mad available to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. She's the town whore. You know that girl I told you to marry? Hey man, she's enslaved. And you know what God told Hosea to do? Hey big dog, check this out. I need you to go get her. What? This how I know I'm weak. God, please forgive me. I am nothing but a humble servant. I am not worthy of your love and grace. I can never love no bitch. She was gone. She was going. Let her go, say I. Any other man who takes that lady in, you're looked at like lesser than. But in the context of God, God wanted Hosea to do that for the parable of it, for the examples of it, because there's an example there. We, as humans, are Gomer. And God is obviously Hosea in this example, in this equation. We, for lack of a better term, are whores. Every time that we defile ourselves with sin, anytime that we degrade ourselves with debauchery, anytime that when we on the recipient end of unconditional love, we turn away and give it our ass to kiss. Even when we're fucked up in a bad situation, enslaved. And even sometimes more so often than not deserving of being saved. And throughout all of that, all of the debauchery, the sin, the degrading, the self-deprecation, the fucking turmoil, the killings, the murders, the whore that we are, is quite evident. And yet, he still loves us unconditionally throughout all the bullshit. He loves us unconditionally. Oh my God. Let me tell you why this fucked me up. The whole time I'm thinking this is the only story that actually had me fucked up, because I just thought about it. You gotta think about that fucking type of love, because nigga like me, I won't think twice about a bitch. I can never love no whore. There's no. The only type of love I have that's unconditional is for my children and for my mama. I couldn't even think to love nobody else like that. your partner, your soulmate, whatever, your other half. Because it's a sin. You can't leave your person. You have to stick it out. And Hosea had to do that with somebody who was every which way but here. That's us. Everybody's mind is every which way but here with God. And he still loves us. That shit hit me because, it showed me how weak I am as a man. That the second I hear about or I think about in the context or she's this way, she ain't no wife of mine. Never. Not no nigga like me. Any other nigga you see, you would. But in the context of God, God will still love you. It only shows how weak we are, how fragile our emotions are. These things that we suffer from, whether it be pride, whether it be fucking ego, whether it be envy. These things that make us lesser thans. And he still loves us throughout all of it. Throughout all of it, The story of Hosea, And he had to stick it out with it too. He couldn't just. The whole time I'm thinking of this story. I'm like, could never be me. Could never be me. Could never be me. And by the end of it, you just think, oh yeah, because you couldn't amount to that type of love. Stupid me, human eyes, human brain, humanness can't perceive the grand scheme of shit. So when I see that, you dumb nigga, you stupid, look at you look silly. But above that is love so unconditional, so pure, so giving, so selfless. I truly understand how weak I am in that regard. Just thinking about it, shit make me cry, bro. Shit make me cry because that shit, it's just a great depiction of his love for us. I couldn't truly understand his capacity for love until I had to try to identify or put myself in his shoes. Yeah, sure, you could do that with anything. You could empathize with shit. But what happens when that thing that you have to empathize with is a little bit past your own personal point or boundary or whatever the fuck? I didn't think of that. I like to think I'm compassionate. I'm understanding. I have empathy. I'm all this. I'm all that. Maybe I ain't the most sensitive nigga in the world, but I'm not devoid of emotion. You know what I'm saying? How devoid of emotion I realized I am, or I guess not devoid of emotion, completely the opposite, because of how emotional it makes me feel. So punitive, so fucking Neanderthal like. Yo, Hosea was ordained by God to marry a whore. And then he was told to love her unconditionally, like. For the parable of it. Just to give you the example that this is how much I love you. Regardless of all that you do, regardless of what it does to me. At the end of it, I love you still. That's a different type of love. That's only the type of love a weak nigga looks at and think that shit corny. But you ain't gonna get it till you do. Fuck. God, I am not worthy. I am not worthy of your grace. Oh, yeah, mercy. Hey, look, yo, a lot of shit I gotta fix with me. A lot of shit I gotta fix with me. I know that. Shit, I don't give a fuck. I know who I be. And I think, I think a lot of the times I could just catch. It's like a foreshadowing. Like when you read a book or you see a movie, you can kind of like, if you pay attention to it, see all the foreshadowing elements in the story prior to the big conclusion, climax, premise. You can kind of see where it's leading to. And sometimes I have doubts and questions of my future. But every now and then, God will sprinkle in a little something to just remind me of who the fuck I be. And what the path is. I could never love no whore. I can't. But that's why I'm weak. In his image, I'm made whole. Yeah, man. This is crazy. That shit hit me like a fucking bag of bricks because I could, nothing ever hit me I never knew I had such aversions to shit until that story. You see, when I was younger, I had this ill depiction of women. You know what I'm saying? Just, I ain't never go through nothing. But it's this idea that I had to slowly grow out of. And obviously, as you grow older, you get a mix of shorties that fucking kind of skew your perception or add to whatever doubts and fears you had already. But that shit is fixed. You know what I'm saying? Like, his love is just so grand and fucking beautiful and just unwavering. Nigga. It's just fucking, that shit fucked me up because it's like, yo, like I don't know what love is. Then I don't know what love is. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know the capacity. I don't know. Like I don't. But that, if anything, showed me how thin the fucking line is. It's just. You ever see like a spider on the corner of a wall or something, and then somebody around you is pushing you closer to it? You're like, no, I don't want to get near there. That's how the fuck I feel when I hear this shit. Like, God. Yo, out there, spare me. I hope, God. Yo, this ain't your strongest warrior, dog. But hey, listen. That's all I had to fucking share. That's all I wanted to fucking talk about. That shit fucked me up. Listen, yo, it's been real. It's been your boy Ricky Spanish, aka Ricardo Spanish, aka the Dime Dada himself, aka Johnny Buster Down Sideways. Listen, man, the chosen few outweigh the many. It's been real. This is episode 19, 20, 21. I'll figure it out after. You'll see it in the John. But this story of Hosea, that shit fucked me up. Listen. It's been real. It's your boy. I hope everyone is having a beautiful day. I hope y'all have the rest of a beautiful day. I hope all good things happen to you, because why the fuck not? Why we wishing bad on people? I wish everything great just goes your way, because why the fuck not? I ain't no bad you to wish nobody no. Damn, nigga, got me crying and shit. Nigga. So. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I know who I be, nigga. I don't care. do what I went. Listen, y'all, it's been real, dog. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. It's been real. Ricky Spanish, aka Recorder Spain, and I'm out this bit. Signing off. One.